What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on whack. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap. Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery. Nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I am your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, who might not be in the studio right now, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm joined by him. He'll be back eventually, but we're here to recap a come-from-behind victory against the Boston Celtics. Score 128-114 in favor of our Chicago Bulls. But before we do that, be sure you're going on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Follow my dude Goose at BullsScripted and follow me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. So give us a 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Yo, this game started off with a bang tonight. The Chicago Bulls, I think they hit like 5 or 6 threes to start this game. I was at a bar, actually. Well, a restaurant bar here in the southwest suburbs with our dude Tony on tap. We were just hanging out, having a dad's night, as they like to call it. Well, as we like to call it, because you know we're dads of 2 kids. And every once in a while it's nice to get out. He left the kids tonight just to have a nice little meal there. And I got to too. We got to watch a little bit of the Hawks game and the Bulls game, more so the Bulls, because that's what I'm all about. But absolutely electric game for people who don't really dig basketball. I think it was super electric for them because it was just nuts. This game had a little bit of everything in it. The Bulls start off hot. They lose the lead. They go down 19 at one point. Then they just come out and outscore by almost 30 points in the fourth quarter, end up winning the game. They outscored Boston. So let's just get right into this. Efficiency has been something that's been brought up a lot. Of course, I'm trying to carry this as we wait for Goose to get into the stream. I don't know where he is. He has not texted me yet. He was in here before he ended up dying out. But a lot of people bring up efficiency when it comes to, DeMar DeRozan. And tonight, super efficient. Absolutely efficient. Unbelievable. 15 for 20. 3 for 4 from downtown. 37, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, only 1 turnover in 34 minutes of play. 15 for 20. That is absolutely amazing. Good shit from DeMar DeRozan tonight. Carried this team. Well, helped carry this team to a victory. Again, when these guys have not even clicked yet. Once they do click, you'll see what they are fully capable of. Bulls are able to move to 6-1. They're 3-0 away. They're doing work right now. They're playing really good. You have Nikola Vucevic, kind of struggled again, guys, but he did almost have a triple-double, 1 assist shy. 5 for 11, 1 for 5 from downtown for the guy we know as Vooch, but he has 11 points, 10 boards, 9 assists, 2 blocks. Decent defense from our guy Vooch tonight. Lonzo Ball, 4 for 10 from the field, 4 for 6 from downtown, 12, 6, 4, and 1 steal. Did have 3 turnovers tonight. I did like a little bit of the aggressiveness from him. It was not exactly what I wanted. I want more out of Lonzo. I think he'd be an even more efficient player than he actually is. But, we'll get there when we get there. Goose, my man, the connectivity problems. You are back. What's up, dude?
I might have kicked the camera. That might happen.
Is that what happened for real?
Yeah. That's what happened.
Why the fuck you lifting your foot up that high? What are you trying to do? You trying to be freaky?
No, I mean I wasn't trying to get freaky. It was a little lower. I got the cord, not the camera itself. So.
Okay. Well, you need to fucking specify next time.
My bad. My bad.
All right. I just ran through what was going on in the stat lines here. I touched on DeMar's. We'll get into more of it, but his very efficient game. We talked about Vooch's struggles, but almost had a trip dub. We talked about Lonzo Ball having another rough shooting game. Did start off the game well, 4 for 6 from downtown, which is not rough, but he went 4 for 10 from the field itself. And then we had 9 for 20, Zach LaVine, 1 for 8 from downtown, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. And then I have to bring this guy up real quick. And I know you might know this right off the bat. And I want you to touch on it if you can a little bit. Dude, Derek Jones Jr. and Ayo Dosunmu. This is the legit bench mob 2.0.
Yeah.
I think so, bro.
You're going there?
Dude, energetic, right? Energetic, putting points on the board, making the right decisions. This is a bench that helps you, at least through the first 6 games. This is a bench that helps you reach new heights. 7 games, sorry. It helps you reach new heights, man. And I really like what I saw out of them. They were fun tonight, dude. They were really fucking fun. And it's great to see Size coming off their bench and doing some shit, and Tony Bradley. Amazing shit tonight out of the bench.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Bradley has really impressed me, and it makes you wonder if his lack of playing time early was strictly due to that offseason injury and lack of conditioning and that kind of stuff. Because you watch this guy playing, he's got a motor.
Oh, yeah.
Once he gets going, that full court sprint is almost intimidating. And I get kind of upset because I think there's been a couple of times these last 2 games where he's sprinting like a gazelle and he's wide open and he's not getting hit down the middle. But defensively, he is a presence, something that we didn't have the first 5 games. So his emergence has been nice. Ayo having more points tonight than the Bulls bench has had in games, and combined off the bench there is very impressive. Lonzo's worrying me a little bit on the offensive end in the sense that he keeps having these great starts, and then we don't see anything from him. Like, how do you come out smacking 2-3 threes in a row and then you disappear for the rest of the game?
It's a mental thing with him, Goose. And I'm going to tell you why. This guy can hit the shots. We both know he can. It's in the percentages. He just looks for his teammates too much, man. If there's a guy, like, have you ever heard like that term, like, oh, you just take your job too seriously type shit? It's like that. That's how like Lonzo feels about that point guard position. Like, dude, if you got the shot there, don't hesitate. Pull the trigger. Fuck him up. And we know he could do it. He's got a quick first step on him. He's got a good crossover on him. He creates separation. Lonzo Ball, there was no mistake that Lonzo Ball was a second pick in a draft. There's not a mistake there. He just needs to be confident in himself. And I'm hoping that now that he's in a place where he feels comfortable and wanted, as he said in the offseason when we signed him, that will come in time. I don't know if it'll come in time, but maybe.
Well, there's not really a better time than when Zach LaVine's playing through an injury and we can kind of use the boost because.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
Obviously Zach's still putting up numbers, but you talked about the 3-point struggles, and I'm trying to figure it out because it's like your non-shooting hand, and obviously your guide hand is important in your shot.
Very important. Yeah.
Especially if you're worried about touching it at all, and
I think he's very hurt. I think.
I think so too. I'm not questioning the severity. I guess I'm just how long, he's playing through it now.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've opted to play through it.
Like, how long can you put up with it?
Yeah, how long can you put up with it? And at what point are you hurting yourself when you should just be sitting and, letting it repair? Like, what's the repair timetable if you have it operated on as opposed to just playing through? Like, is it a very big difference?
Well, I mean, so I can't speak for what Zach's going through right now, obviously, but I can kind of give you a little bit of perspective, right? So if anybody's watching us on the stream right now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but so here's my normal thumb and here is my broken thumb. I don't know if you could tell the difference. I've had a broken thumb with a torn ligament in it since July 4th. I did it on July 4th. So this is me trying to literally hold my shit up normal compared to me, not having it normal. So obviously it's my right thumb. It's broken still. They gave me a cast. I didn't want to wear the shit. It just bothered me. I hated it. But there's a torn ligament in there. And listen, like Zach said, it feels normal until you're doing stuff with it. And like, if I'll be working and like, I just hit my thumb in a certain way, it's excruciating pain. It's absolutely terrible. So the fact that he has to do this shit all the time, and I know it's on,
swiping at it and going for it,
right?
And trying to hit it.
It's gotta suck, dude, because like this is the worst. Like this fucking hurts horribly. Again, the only reason I'm putting up with it is at the time when I broke it, I had just gotten a new tattoo, and I didn't want to wear the portable cast they gave me because it was like chafing my shit, and I hated it.
You were too cool.
No, it wasn't that I was too cool. It was I was chafing my stuff, and it was like itchy. So I didn't want to wear it, and then I just never put the thing back on. So like, but a broken thumb is brutal. It sucks. So if that's what he's dealing with I have a ligament tear and the bone is compound fractured. So if he's dealing with that trying to play basketball, damn, dude, that dude's he's hung like a horse. He's got OG shit for real. That shit, it hurts. It sucks. It's bad. It's bad, Goose. It hurts. The hung like a horse thing, I feel like I should not have said, but I said it anyway.
Hey, man.
I'm just going to do me.
You do you. DeMar DeRozan did him again.
Yes.
Definitely.
Good transition, bud.
Outplaying that contract that I initially thought was a bit of an overpay. So that is very encouraging to see with Zach having this injury and battling through it. DeMar has definitely picked up the reins. He's hitting threes. I mean, it's kind of confusing. First shot of the game, DeMar hits a three. At the end of the game, he hits a corner three that they take away from him, and he says, no, fuck you. And he makes it again. And it's just like, where was this forever? I mean, I'm glad that it's here now in Chicago, but it looks so effortless. And for somebody who does have a good jump shot, I guess it always has been just a little baffling to me that, like, hey, you can do all that mid-range shit and you can't do the three-point thing, because the three-point thing to me is really easy. The mid-range game on a basketball court, post-game, post-phase, that stuff's hard. Shooting at the three-point line, that's easy. That's cake.
I don't know, man. I just feel like he's hit another gear. I think it's something that we talked about in the offseason. Remember when we got him? And you actually brought this up. It's just like, we don't know what these guys with chips on their shoulders are capable of. And I think you're watching it right now. Like DeMar, like you even said it the other day, not last podcast, but the podcast before. These guys that are doubted or, I don't want to say taking themselves too seriously. I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was along the lines of, let me prove you wrong type shit, right? DeMar comes into a team that can't, he can't shoot threes, right? Like that's just, he can't do that. That's not his game. 3 for 4 tonight.
I never would even thought that he would attempt 4 threes.
I am with you. That's why I feel like there's some specialty here. I'm not saying this team is going to win the championship. I believe Milwaukee's still way better.
I mean, what did we do? We just held the Celtics to 11 points in a quarter, right?
That's huge.
That's some bullshit.
You know why? You know why that's huge? Because we can go back and we can look at, ESPN, Fox, Sports Illustrated, CBS, and and again, this is a small sample size. It's one game. But by miles, these people had us as a plan that, when you play good teams, it ain't going to be shit. Well, guess what? Resiliency, defense, and my biggest fucking concern through the first 6 games was what? Rebounding, right? 50 to 38. 30 assists. You're able to fucking do that, you're going to win games. And that's what they did tonight. With adversity staring at them in the face. Down 19 in the third quarter, dude. 19 fucking points they were down, brother. That's not lucky. That's not lucky. That was a hard-fought, don't give up game.
Well, that's a battle-tested playoff team too. I
Thank
mean,
you.
outside of
Yes.
Schroeder and those few kind of interchangeable pieces on that team, there's a core there that has been together and been in the trenches. What you did to them in that span is embarrassing. You insulted them, and they didn't do a damn thing about it.
No, they couldn't. Our boy Sean ate some cookies. He got so upset. Look at that. He goes, I was so depressed. I started eating cookies. He got so sad. Hey, listen, man. Like you said, playoff team with two. I mean, what would you say? Jason Tatum's probably top 6, top 5 in his position.
I mean, they're both at least top 40.
Oh, yeah. And then Jaylen Brown's not a slouch himself. Good veteran leadership in Al Horford, who's in his second stint there. Marcus Smart, a guy that we've watched for years, make big shots, do good things, great defender. And then you have a young cat like Robert Williams. Getting only 24 minutes out of him tonight, nothing crazy, but you have a decent bench, young, mixed with veteran leadership, and you got fucked up.
I think that would be a really good matchup for us come playoff time, just because they don't have any damn size. They kind of fall right into our hand there, and I think we got a little more power, a little more.
I think so
power
too.
There.
And we have to give credit to our boy Cody here. Cody on tap. You guys can listen to him if you're a Cub fan, which I know Goose is. You can listen to him over at Cubs on Tap. Dude is fucking absolutely hilarious, very smart when it comes to a lot of Chicago sports. Check him out. But he did say Ayo doesn't play like a rookie, and it's beautiful to watch. He's absolutely right. And that's what it's going back to when we were talking about. Our bench came out, balled out tonight, helped us get back into this game. Ayo has literally taken a job of a guy that we thought was going to get minutes this year, Goose, in Troy Brown Jr. And we've watched it happen before our eyes in the first 7 games this year. We've watched Troy Brown Jr., a guy who played in the bubble really well. Because remember when we got him, we were excited about that because we were going off that bubble.
I'm still excited about Troy Brown.
Oh, so am I. But to watch him fall out of the rotation like that.
For a second-round pick, that is just he's in the moment. He's in the moment. The bench has very little scoring, and Ayo is not afraid.
No, he's not.
Fearless.
I'll tell you what, I would love to see. Tell me what you think about this. I would love to see a Kobe White, Alex Caruso, Ayo little fucking bench mob come out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the way that Ayo's playing now, he's kind of earned it. Who knows though? When Kobe comes back, you have that scorer. You might value Troy Brown's length more, but Ayo's a hell of a defender too. So it's not like you're really giving much up there.
Right,
on the defensive end, and that's why he's playing.
Yeah,
because he's doing it on both ends of the floor.
Right. I really enjoyed what I saw on Ayo. I'm not like ready to deem him like the king of the bench yet. Very early in the season, we'll see what happens.
But he's the king of second-round picks.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But yeah, like just huge fucking comeback, huge win for the Bulls tonight. I do feel like this shows a little bit of something. I know the Boston Celtics are 2-5. They're wow, their fans got to be pissed. 0-3 at home on the year. Sucks to suck, bitch. No, but yeah. But hey, great team win tonight. I love what I saw again, like you talked about, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, a +12, the best out of the starting lineup tonight. Remember, I only use that to fit my narrative. And then the bench was just absolutely fantastic. I love
the negative. We wouldn't have said shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said a fucking word. But the bench, dude, DJJ got the most minutes off the. Well, actually, I'm sorry. He actually had third most minutes off the bench. It was 23 for Caruso, 22 for DeSumo, and 21 for DJJ. I love what those guys brought. They brought intensity. They brought defense. They brought hustle, and while not measurable in statistic form, it does bring something to the basketball court and the people that love basketball. And I thought that they all brought that. It was really sweet to watch.
And the resiliency is going to be continued to be needed here because we hit the Sixers back to back, and you just keep going down this, and it doesn't end.
I know.
Back to back, Nets, Mavs, Golden State, Clippers, Lakers, Portland, Nuggets, Knicks, Pacers. Finally, an easy game.
No, this shit's ignorant. Whoever made the fucking schedule this year for the Bulls, I will not buy that guy a beer. And if I do, I'm going to pee in it. Fuck him.
Pee in it.
Or her, whoever did it. That's ridiculous, dude. You're going to start us off against, like, it's like, oh, hey, Bulls, guess what? Here's Detroit. Here's New Orleans. Here's Detroit. Fuck you. Here you go. Like, here's what. Take this.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred they spread it out a little bit, but I guess getting put in this mindset of it's playoff basketball out the gate here because you did handle business those first kind of gimme games. And now you're right into the trenches. So
I agree.
You got that mini chemistry building. The ball was zipping around so much in the first half tonight that I was almost kind of like, oh, you had a shot. Oh, all right. No, he did have a better one. You're right. You should have passed that. Oh, wait, no. Okay, yep. He had a better shot. So it's crazy to me that the chemistry and the ball movement and the understanding and just the feeling each other out has come along this far.
Yeah.
It's always corny to talk about coming into camp early and doing all this fun stuff unless it works. And right now it looks like it's working, and it's just extremely exciting to be able to.
Dude, I put out a tweet earlier about like when you go into these games, right, against teams that have been, at least for the last 5-10 years, better, way better, competing.
And now you're not scared no more.
Right. And you're not like, oh, Goose, I'm going to text you real quick, man. Like, hey, post-game, let's keep this shit short, sweet, and to the point because we got our ass whipped. Tonight, it's like, dude, you watch, like, I felt confident. Even when they were down, I felt confident. And I was like, not like I thought that, like, this 19-point comeback would happen, but I was like, I knew we were capable of it. I felt capable, which is not, like, overconfident, but, like, having faith, I think. Like, last year, I would have been like, all right, well, we're going to fire this up. It's the third quarter. We got fucked
TV
up.
Off early.
Yeah.
Hey, Goose, we're going to start the show early.
Yeah.
There's not going to be much to talk about tonight.
Right. We got Denzel in there. We're gonna fire this shit up early. Get it done and over with. We don't have to do that anymore. And it feels great.
Comes Felicio.
Don't you ever fucking say that again. He's a legend.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you better be.
He's a finesse legend.
He's
nothing more, nothing less.
Where's Rob Wegley? He said, Rob Wegley. If there's a guy that fucking put any more light on Felicio than Rob Wegley, I'd like to meet him. Because our boy Rob just went hard with that.
I had somebody that came to mind, but I'm not even gonna do it.
Oh, I will. It's a MK, right? That guy. He did it. I'm drunk, so I don't care if he gets mad. And no one likes me anyway. I'm buzzed, and he's always drunk, and he doesn't do super analytics, so he doesn't know basketball real well. Yeah, that guy. That's fine. But no, Felicio's a starter in the NBA. I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, now everybody's got bad takes. I've had bad takes too, no doubt about it. But it is pretty funny that somebody thought Felicio was going to be the real deal Holyfield. He's had a lot of good takes, though. I'll give him that. So if anybody listens to this and be like, oh, you're hating. I'm not hating. He's had a lot of good takes too. But that was a really bad one, which negates all the good ones. But anyway, I drank too much, dude. I'm sorry. It happens. We went out to Three Corners tonight. Here in New Lenox, Illinois. So that's where I live. If anybody who wants to come kill me is curious. And I had a steak. I had a steak salad.
That's me outside.
Cash me outside. How about that? I had a steak salad. It was very good. And I had about like 6 or 7 Miller Lights because it was $2 draft night.
I've heard of steak salad, but hearing somebody say it out loud just sounds so contradictory.
Well, you think it is, dude, and then you get like these huge ass pieces of steak, and I'm putting the steak down, right? And I'm getting my dad bod all going. The Bulls are coming back, and you have there's like a decent amount of people there at the restaurant because it's like a restaurant bar thing. And I'm the only idiot there cheering for the Bulls because these casuals don't know yet. And there's nothing wrong with being a casual, but they don't know yet that the Bulls are on the uptick. So I'm like sitting there, like every time something good happens, I'm like, we hit 5 straight 3-pointers to start the game. I'm sitting there like this.
That was bizarre.
It was bizarre. It was great.
The whole entire last game, 5 in a row to start the game. That was very, very weird.
Right. It was insane. So I'm sitting there all hyped up, and everybody's looking at me, and Tony's just laughing because we were with our boy Tony on tap. He's just laughing. He's like, "Oh my god, dude!" We had everybody laughing and shit like that. It was again great time. But to watch that in a public setting, besides with a bunch of Bulls fans like we did for the first 2 games of the year, people are going to start knowing, man, the Bulls are back. But I did have one bad take tonight. If you're curious to hear it, if you're not,
I'm ready. I'm ready. Hit me with it.
I'm a little embarrassed. So when the Bulls were down 19, okay, I was like, you know what, dude? I want to get fucking Matt Thomas in there, and maybe his 3-pointers will bring us back into the game. And I did a little bit for you.
Okay,
because I know you're a Matt Thomas guy. It didn't happen. They came back anyway. But you know, it was good shit. We actually have a comment here, and I have to throw this up there. Are you ready for the comment?
I guess let's go.
I can't take you guys seriously if you think a bench with Caruso, Ayo, and White will work. They need to trade White. He's okay, but he's not that guy. That's a guy that can get you 12 to 15 off the bench. The Bulls are 28th in the league in bench scoring right now. I don't know what you're looking for, but it needs to be realistic, Sean. Because if you think they're going to go get a big that transcends the talent on the team for just Kobe White, who's coming off a shoulder injury, you're probably not right. I just want to say that real quick. And if you don't think that you can't take us seriously because a bench of Caruso, who's a Bulldog, who was actually just guarding Julius Randle the other night, Ayo Dosunmu, who's looked okay. Again, we said just for the first 7 games. I'm not deeming this guy the 6th man of the fucking year. I'm just saying he looked pretty good. Or Kobe White, who's a proven scorer who averaged 15-5 and 15-5-4 last year. They can't be efficient off the bench. I'm not really sure what you're watching. I'm not saying this team's winning a championship. Goose and I both said this year, I don't think we're going to win a championship. I think we're competitive, which is a good thing, which brings us in a direction where maybe in the future with this core that we have of Pat, Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and hopefully DeMar is still here that we can get to the point we can win a championship. But if you can't take us seriously because we think Kobe White will be an asset off the bench, I don't know what you're watching, but
yeah, I don't know what you've watched Kobe do for the last 2 years.
I'm not really sure myself.
Two positive defenders in Caruso and Ayo. We've been playing small ball the whole entire season.
Yeah,
those 3 guys together, 1 through 3, really isn't that far-fetched or crazy idea.
No, it's not. And again, I don't think it's a championship team. Do you?
No. I don't think anybody's saying that. I mean, but the combination of those 3 together definitely, I think, works. I think most
it works
people
too.
would agree that it works too.
I agree. I think there's a little bit of length there. I think there's a little bit of dog there.
Bulls
I think
bench needs scoring, like you said. Kobe White can score the fucking basketball. So
yeah.
I think that's a match made in heaven. Actually, I can't wait till Kobe gets back.
Right, and Sean, you're definitely entitled to your opinion, dude. I think I just took more offense. Like, you can't take us seriously. If you don't, I mean, that's fine. I really don't take myself seriously in real life anyway. I'm a tattooed, fucking long-haired moron with 2 kids that works a day job that he can't, that's okay. I won't say I can't stand just in case my bosses are watching. But, it is what it is. But I think that we know a little bit of ball because I played it growing up, and I know Goose did too. And I think that Kobe's an asset to this team, and that's because the bench scoring is so poor. And you know what? I think that, Goose, I think you'll admit to this too. I think we saw some flashes last year of playmaking once Vucevic got here, and I think that he did pretty well in that role while Zach LaVine was out.
No, I mean, I'm not worried about Kobe at all. I'm counting on the clock until he gets back because Ayo's only getting extended run right now because we have no scoring. Our rookie 2nd-round pick is our best scoring option off of the bench.
And he was here for a spark. A spark. Could you imagine when you have a guy that's a professional scorer coming off that bench? It's a different scenario.
So whether Ayo, Kobe, and Caruso see the floor together or not, Kobe coming back is going to be a positive for this team, even if that means Ayo's pushed back to, the back end of the rotation or out of the rotation for the time being.
Absolutely agree. And again, just to reiterate to Sean, I love your comment. I understand that you have reservations and you want to use him as an asset. And actually, Sean, I'll tell you what, I think that's a fucking good idea too. When you have assets and you need to, you just fucking went right there.
I did.
I don't blame you. I would love that too. If you could use it for an asset to get Cam Reddish, okay, I'm cool with that for sure. See, that's Sean's point, is using Kobe as an asset. So I could definitely see that, but I definitely do see if they don't use him as an asset, at least this year, that they do get what they need, and that is bench scoring out of him. And they will go from the bottom to at least the mid with Kobe coming in to have valuable minutes playing the bench. So that's something that I think is pretty cool. Other than that, let's get into the preview for the next game. That'll be the Bulls again. Yes, Ren, I'm coming. Stay up for me. Wait, that's my kid. She went down the little. I have a cat door. She opens the cat door and she calls for me. We have the Philadelphia 76ers
Is
playing.
cat calling you?
No, it's Renna. She just opened the cat door to call me. It's great being a dad, I'll tell you. It really is, actually. But Philadelphia 76ers against Chicago Bulls. 5-2 Philadelphia 76ers going up against the 6-1. You heard the motherfucker right. 6-1 Chicago Bulls. Injury report early look. Goose, Ben Simmons is obviously out. Tobias Harris might be out. Joel Embiid might be out. And so might be Danny Green. They're all on the injury report as November 1st as being out. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know. But that's the injury report. As of right now, we have Kobe White and Patrick Williams out.
Well, let's just hope the Bulls don't have the initial reaction that I did of that's a gimme, and they show up to play that game like they have every other game this season, and to take care of business. Because whether or not those guys are there, it's still going to be NBA talent. So
absolutely
going to have to show up. Kind of curious. Joel Embiid's down. Simmons obviously
not playing.
Just not with the team. A very, very injured team. I guess I'll have to do a little more personal digging into that. But, I mean, that'll be a nice kind of breather in the middle of this schedule, especially since we get them back-to-back.
Yeah.
If we get 2 games against a conference opponent that's 5-2, definitely going to be a team that we're battling for positioning in, towards the end of the year here.
Yeah.
Let's go steal 2 games from Philly. And that would make us 8-1.
Yeah. Can I say one thing about Philly real quick?
They have good cheesesteak.
No, fuck them. I hate them. That was it. That was it. Finish your thought. Sorry.
No, I was just talking about cheesesteak.
Okay, great. No, seriously, I hate Philly. Fuck Philly. Sean Culverson asked one more question. He was here with us in our chat. We had a lot of people in our chat. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody. Sean just caught my eye because he made a comment and throw up the Dukes real quick. But he asks who has a better upside, Kobe White or Ayo Dosunmu. And I'll tell you what, Sean, I don't know yet, and I'm not going to answer that. But I will say, if you had put a gun to my head and you asked me, I would say Kobe White because he was a lottery pick, and we've seen him average 15, 5, and 4 in the NBA. So I'll say him right now. We'll see what happens in the future. I love Ayo, Chicago kid, Illinois guy, and that's my college. I didn't go to college, but it's college I cheer for because my dad cheers for them for whatever reason. But I hope Ayo does great. But I will say the guy that has averaged 15, 5, and 4 in the league probably has a higher upside. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that is a really good question. I like that question a lot better. Because it's a little bit of a trick question. Offensively, I think that one's an easy answer because Kobe's just a flamethrower, and we've seen him break, rookie NBA records for 3-point shooting and consecutive 3-point game shooting records for players under a certain age. So we've seen Kobe do some amazing offensive things, but this early return on Ayo with the two-way ability that he's shown it makes it a lot tougher question than it should be. So the obvious answer for right now with the track record is Kobe,
it could be TBD just because it's very early in their careers, right?
No, yeah, I mean, and that's yeah.
It's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about what kind of talent's out there. But again, gun to my head, it's Kobe.
It's fun that we can ask that question because starting the season, I never would have thought that I'm going, does Ayo make Kobe expendable? And maybe just to some he does.
For sure. Anything else before we ride out, man?
No, let's go take care of business in Philly. Let's not let them rocky us like we rockied the Celtics tonight, and let's head on further down the schedule. 8-1. That would be sexy.
Let's fucking make it happen. Everybody, thank you for joining us here at Bulls on Tap. I do want to say before I do my usual outro, thank you for all the listens that we've been getting since the season started, all the subscriptions to YouTube, everything like that. We really appreciate it. We try to bring everybody awesome content after every game, or even if we decide to do like a Sunday fun day type shit where we just shoot the shit. We truly appreciate it. But everybody be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Follow my dude Goose at BullsScripted and me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that shit's cool and tough. Also, in about, what was it? I think like 2 weeks or some shit. You can go back online. If you don't feel like going there, you can go back online to Bet Rivers. Go to betrivers.com. They'll match up to a $250 deposit if you use the promo code ONTAP. Goose and I did that for you. We've been working our asses off. We brought you $250 free dollars. If you want it, you just got to go sign up and deposit it. $250, that's $500. Make your shit happen. Go bet on the Bears to lose. It's a great bet every night. So go do that. You'll win $500 courtesy of me and you dude Goose over here. We'll be back on Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday after the Bulls play the Sixers. There'll be the shit on them too. Let's go Bulls.